we want to recognize some more of our champions. Arts educators break down the creative process while inspiring and guiding their students to discover their own visionary breakthroughs. Presenting our next award is Monterey County Supervisor Jane Parker.
So I came here to the Visual Public Art program almost straight out of grad school. And so I've been here since 2007. Yeah, well, I teach integrated media and photography. And so that encompasses a wide range of coursework. We're a department that's based in social practice and community engagement and reciprocity, community service, social engagement, social justice, and interconnectedness. And really open up our students in terms of, well, what is their role? What is their place in the world? Where do they move forward as artists? So it's a theory and the studio practice. And it's us trying to constantly navigate those two. Again, the distinction between the two is reciprocity. The student is getting just as much out of this exchange as the people that they are serving. And so they have to come up with some sort of deliverable. So an example of how it is that I would apply that to my courses is through digital public art, the project that's happening in Salinas right now. They're working with ACE. And so they're going in there and they're going to do various projects. We are interested in going in and trying to explore what the possibilities are now in its current ecosystem. So that, again, we're coexisting with the community that is actually living there now. And that they start to see art as commonplace or everyday. And that we engage in specific practices, whether they be performative practices or interventions or kiosk posters or pasting or murals. There's so many different ways that we can engage. And so it's a tool of empowerment. It'll tell a story, but it'll also give the community presence. The thing that I'm going to be most proud of is still coming. It's still on the horizon. Yeah, I'm constantly working as hard as I can to grow our department and to uphold our values. That's really important to me. I don't want to be a department that just says that they do something. I actually want to be doing it.
It's truly my pleasure to present this award to Angelica Muro. She is, oh, yes, let's clap. Yep. She is Assistant Professor of Integrated Media and Photography, and she is Chair of the Department of Visual and Public Art at California State University, Monterey Bay. Did you know they had a Department of Visual and Public Art? Oh, good. Angelica's courses highlight social justice and community action, and she works to inspire her students to activism, to art, to expression, and to further their own studies. Many of them move on to prestigious Masters of Fine Arts programs, art gallery exhibitions, and active engagement in social practices. They also learn from her own award-winning work. Her work it really gets your attention. It's not the most comfortable art that you've ever seen. It's provocative, it's thought-provoking, and some people really are inspired and appreciate that, which is, of course, the point. She does solo and group projects. They're on display throughout California and happen throughout California. And part of the point is to facilitate dialogue about consumer identity, for one thing. Angelica, we appreciate the impact you clearly have on your students and the additional time you take to give influential workshops in our community. We look forward to learning much more from you and your students in the years ahead. I'm pleased to present you this award on behalf of the Arts Council for Monterey County Champion of the Arts 2018 Educator.
Hold on to this for me. Can you hold on to
I
it
will
for me?
hold it.
Thank you. Okay, we have to get this one down a little bit lower. Wow, I'm truly honored and humbled by this award. I would like to thank the Arts Council for Monterey County for conferring this honor and for all the important work that they do. I'd also like to thank Professor Richard Baines for nominating me and believing that I embodied the qualities for this award. Thank you, Richard. You've been an incredible mentor. So I've been teaching at CSUMB in the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. Woo! For a decade now, and during that time I've grown as an educator with the support of many people. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge Provost Bonnie Irwin, Dean Eileen Feynman, and President Eduardo Ochoa for their continued support of my journey. They're all here tonight. I'd just like to say that I firmly believe in the mission of the university and will continue to embody those values through my community's scholarly and creative activities. I'm committed to multilingual, multicultural, gender equitable learning. I'd also like to thank some people that are here with me this evening. I'm an artist educator, so it was important that I be surrounded by my fellow cohort, friends, colleagues, members of the Visual and Public Art Department, current and former students, and even one of my undergraduate professors, Brian Taylor. Yeah. I want to say that educators stay with you. That's edification, that's learning, that's training that stays with you, and I draw on that bestowed wisdom to continually strive to be better. And speaking of mentors, I need to take a moment to acknowledge the incomparable Dr. Amalia Mesa Baines. Amalia, you believed in my potential and acknowledged me and gave me my first teaching position. Your support, your leadership, your guidance, it's what continually I strive to uphold. And simply put, I do better because of you. So thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I would also like to thank my incredibly generous colleagues. Teaching isn't a solo deal. Like you need to be collaborating, or if you're lucky enough to have generous colleagues and collaborating, then it makes things so much better. So Johanna Potig, Jojo, I am the Encantada to your silver. Thank you for your encouragement and kindness. Dionisio Mendoza, for many years of friendship and collaboration. You keep me on the straight and narrow. You are an incredible collaborator, an educator, and generally a much better person than I am. So everyone should be so lucky to have a collaborator like you in their lives. Gracias, Dio. Yeah. Yeah. And so I'd be remiss if I did not thank my circle, those people that have been with me and supporting me for a long period of time. Today, those that are with me, Juan Lunavin, Nora Nguyen, Karina Para, you all know me more than most and have remained steadfast in your support of me. And of course, two people that I met almost 20 years ago in a classroom at San Jose State University's photo department. Jesus Aguilar, we grew together as artists and have always entertained each other with creative whims. Thank you for the continued dialogue and for always embracing me as part of your family. And to my BFF, Bin Don, you are beyond, just beyond. You are a shining example of intellect and creativity and somehow unpretentious, generous, and grounded. Thank you for flying out to be with me tonight. Yeah. And last but not least, I would like to acknowledge my students. Three in particular here tonight: Mariana Alvarez Lopez, Whitney Agenega, and Lisa Clausen. You are a shining example that I am doing something right. Thank you. Gracias.